Hello kids, glad you're here today. We're going to talk about your teeth and how to keep your teeth healthy by making good choices with foods and how to brush your teeth, when what plaque is, and how cavities are formed. So grab your mom and dad, come have a seat, and let's talk about preventing cavities and having healthy teeth. My name is Miss Becky. I'm a dental hygienist and I love to come to your schools and talk to you about your teeth and gums, and so I hope this helps you today. All right, let's dive right in. So let's talk about why brushing matters. Who brushes your teeth? Raise your hand. I do. Do you? Okay, good. I hope you're brushing every single morning and every single night because it's so very important. It's important because if you don't brush your teeth and you don't get that bacteria and that sticky food off your teeth, you can get cavities and you can have inflamed gums. Do your gums bleed? Have you had a cavity? Raise your hand if you've had a cavity. We don't want any more cavities, so that's what we're going to learn today. All right, so brushing your teeth is really important. It's really important that we remove the plaque and the food that forms on your teeth. Where does that come from? Right, it comes from food that we eat. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, that's exactly right. All right, so when we eat food, it gets stuck on our teeth. Our spit in our mouth help to process that food and digest it, but sometimes the saliva and the food get stuck together and get stuck on your teeth. So if you don't brush, you cannot remove it, right? All right. So plaque. Plaque is a sticky film. Who's heard of plaque before? Raise your hand. Right, that's exactly right. Plaque on your teeth can cause your teeth to be dirty, and it can cause cavities, and it can cause your gums to get infected with gingivitis. So we've got to make sure that we remove that. Whenever you leave food on your teeth, you can have acids that form. Has anybody heard of an acid? Yes, raise your hand. So acids are not good for your teeth. They actually eat holes in your teeth. Who wants a hole in their tooth, children? Not me. No, no, no. All right, so let's talk about preventing cavities. If you've heard the word cavity before, raise your hand. Yes. All right. Very good. So you guys are smart. So smart. All right. So let's see what we can learn today. Cavities are tiny holes that form in our teeth. Now, a lot of times cavities form on the biting surfaces. So like that dark right there, that would be like what a cavity looks like when it's getting started. Now, if you've got molars, so if you've got the big teeth in the back, they're really easy to get cavities on them because the grooves are so deep. Feel with your tongue back there. Feel the grooves on your teeth? That's where a lot of times the bacteria and the sugars like to go. So when you brush those teeth, you brush them good, but you can't always get the bacteria and the acids out. So it's really important that we take good care of ourselves, try not to eat so many sugars that cause acids. Okay, so whenever the tooth is sitting in here, the acid lands on it and it sits there, it causes a cavity. Has anybody had a tooth that hurt them? Oh, I hate toothaches. They're terrible. Well, that comes from the bacteria and the acids actually get down into the nerve of your tooth. So we don't want that. So we want to make sure that we're brushing good, preventing cavities so we don't have any tooth problems, okay? All right. So who has ever told you that you had bad breath, children? Anybody ever told you? Sometimes we have bad breath, and sometimes that's caused by the bacteria in our mouth. So we want to make sure we're brushing our teeth. We want to make sure we're brushing our tongue, which this model does not have a tongue, but you want to make sure you brush your tongue as well. So you can do it with your toothbrush or you can get a tongue scraper, but make sure you're brushing your tongue really good and then making little circles at the gum line to brush. So let's talk about proper ways to brush. So toothbrush, soft toothbrush in your mouth at the gum line. So the gum line is where the tooth and the gum meet, so that pink part right there at the white. So make sure you're brushing at the gum line really, really well. Slow, slow, slow. Now, do you guys know how long you should brush your teeth for? Who knows? Say it. That's right, 2 minutes. So we should brush for 2 whole minutes, morning and night. So brush your teeth 2 whole minutes, morning and night, and that'll reduce the plaque and the bacteria. All right, and that'll also help you to have fresh breath. So that'll make sure you're fresh and clean, so you feel good too when your teeth are nice and clean. All right, so we talked about properly brushing. It's important to brush. Let's make sure we do go over this, though. We want to make sure we brush the fronts of your teeth. We want to make sure we're getting the biting surfaces of your teeth. And we always want to clean the back sides of your teeth. And the back sides is hard, and this is where your mom and dad can help you, or your grandparents can help you. So make sure you're brushing at the gum line back here really, really good where your tongue would be. And these 6 front teeth are really hard to clean too. So make sure you're brushing those 6 front teeth really good because your tongue's right here. And it can be a big problem. So make sure you brush every single white part of your tooth along the gum line and the biting surfaces. Okay? Now, we talked about it already, but did you know should you use a hard toothbrush or a soft toothbrush? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Right, you use a soft toothbrush. Exactly right. So always get a soft toothbrush because you don't want to do anything to hurt your gums and your teeth. So soft toothbrush is what I use as well. Now, toothpaste. Should you use a toothpaste every day? Yes. We recommend, the American Dental Association recommends a fluoride toothpaste. So that's up to your mom or dad. But using a toothpaste helps to clean your teeth, which is very, very important. So we want to make sure you're using a toothpaste with your soft toothbrush 2 times a day for 2 minutes. Very good. All right. So make sure that when you go to brush your teeth, that you get started if you want to. But at the end, your mom or dad should help you with finishing brushes so that they can make sure you're getting all of the spaces that you need to get clean. And you're going to need help with brushing your teeth probably until you're 8 or 10 years old, honestly. Maybe a little bit longer. It just depends on how good you can do. So it's not a bad thing for mom and dad to help you brush your teeth. We want to make sure you stay healthy. I helped my boys brush their teeth until they were probably 10 years old, maybe a little older. So always ask for help, and it's okay to get help with that. All right, so let's talk about, we talked about the 2 full minutes. We talked about a soft toothbrush. Make sure you're making a circular motion, so make sure you're making little circles at the gum line. This is very important. So if you use a toothpaste that has fluoride in it, you always want to make sure you spit it out. So don't swallow your toothpaste. Always spit out your toothpaste when you get done, and that way you don't absorb any more, you don't swallow the bacteria or the fluoride. You don't want to swallow the toothpaste, so that's very important. All right, so we talked about making good food choices in the beginning, so let's talk about some good food choices. Raise your hand if you know one good thing you can eat to help your teeth. That's right. That's exactly right. Some things that I like to have patients eat. Carrots are really good if you like carrots. If you like apples, they're really good for you too. Broccoli is so good for you, and it's good for your teeth, and it's good for the vitamins in it. Strawberries are good. It's strawberry season in the springtime. Those are good for you as well. Cheese and milk. Who loves a good glass of milk? That is so good for you. That's calcium. That helps to make your teeth and bones stronger. And when you get outside and get a little sunshine, that helps to absorb that calcium. So that's a win for you and making your little body stronger and growing to be healthier. So that's really important. And then eating whole grain breads are good for you as well because the white ones tend to have more sugars in them. So be mindful of that. That'll keep your teeth strong and less prone to cavities if you eat these good foods. And believe it or not, when you chew apples, it starts around the bacteria in there, and the food it's not allowed to grow. Like when you eat soft foods, everything just gets sticky and sticks around in there. So be mindful of that. Now, let's be honest. Who likes candy and sweet drinks? I do too. Raise your hand if you do. Yes, I see you and you and you and you. Yes, you guys do like them. And I'm not going to tell you not to drink your sugar stuff. But I do want to tell you to only do it in moderation. So if you do have a candy, tell me your favorite candy. I love that one too. Well, your favorite candies can cause you problems sometimes. The gummies are good to your tongue, but they're bad for your teeth. Peanut butter cups are not good for your teeth. Ice cream, not good for your teeth a lot. They have a lot of sugar in it. So we want to make sure that we limit our sugary stuff as much as we can. And if we can't brush our teeth after that 30 minutes of exposure, we want to swish with water. You guys like water, right? You drink your water every single day, and that's one really good way to prevent cavities is to drink water. So remember that when you need to hydrate your mouth, but you also want to prevent cavities, so that's good as well. All right. I think we're done with our education today. Raise your hand if you had a good time because I had a blast hanging out with you guys. Remember, you have to brush your teeth. I want you to try to clean between them as best as you can. Get mom and dad to help you because they can really make a big difference. But you're smart and strong and you can do it some too, which is very important. Make good food choices. So instead of grabbing something sugary or sweet or even a cheese nip out of the pantry, grab you an apple or a piece of a carrot or a piece of broccoli. That can really make you healthy, or even a piece of cheese. That can help you too. And I don't want you to get cavities. So let's prevent cavities, stay healthy, stay strong, and it all starts in your mouth. So come back and see me and we'll talk more again soon. Thank you.